word that you wanna lead a picture. Off with somebody else, off with the drink. Off with somebody else. Okay. Yeah. Lately I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to turn to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else, chose you instead. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. Got up in the morning, took a shot, it's a rock. Girl, you left my stomach in a knot. Took my lighter and you burned the bridge. Thought you was a writer, no, you just an idol. You got me feeling like Big Sean in this 5, 4, 3, 2. I deserve a minute, wait a minute. Gotta get up and over, regain my composure. No longer my lover, finally finished and you did it. Girl, you really showed me. Think with your heart, don't think with your body. Clever. Sorry not sorry, sorry not Justin Timberlake, write me a river. Lately I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to turn to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else, chose you instead. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. You try to convince.
Ah, wow. Wow. Just want to take time out and say special good evening to each and everybody for watching the show, the topics. Thanks for Real Entertainment Network for having us here. And thanks for all the people, you know what I mean, who keep sharing the show, keep on coming back, you know. Your your constructive criticism is is highly noticed from you guys. And tonight we're gonna have a good night. So let me just keep this thing rolling. Share this show as much as you could. Let me get going. You don't know me alongside Alan Powell. Yeah, and we are here. Alan, what's going on?
Um, okay, no, but um, hold on a second. Let me straighten up. Okay, don't know. Been on the road for a little bit. Um, End up get to see early o'clock. One of the reasons why the premier does travel and how come he does reach a particular part of the United States frequently because it's a lovely city. You know what I'm saying? So I as I said, seeing what's going on in the United States, in Florida right now for the time being. Having a good time. And I hear today I could come by you soon, or it's easier for me to get by you. You know, the government has been working. You could come Canada. All these things. A lot has happened. You check it out.
Mm,
Judy,
what? Sound
Judy,
check
who you
only
can't
mode?
hear? Who you can't hear, Judy? Say who you can't hear. Um. Anyway. Yeah. Just been seeing what going on with the place, man. Um. Haven't been selling Nevis. You know what I mean? I don't have an official mandate to sell Nevis, but interacting nonetheless with the people. You check. Yeah, vibes.
So you ready? So you ready to come to Canada?
Definitely. But you got to be warm there. What's the temperature
It's
right
warm
now in
right now.
Canada? Okay, yeah.
It's warm right now.
These kind of times are the times when I would come to Canada. Maybe if he in the 40s, them kind of thing that I could work with that going up. But as soon as you reach into the 30s and in the 20s and all those type of things, sir, I am not negotiating with your guy.
man. So like are we talking about coming to Canada, and I'm should we follow up on that, or you wanna get deeper into that later?
Really and truly, Jason, we got to go all over the place. If you want to start off with that, we could go with that. It's okay. Oh my God, you know how long we ain't been on the mic, and really and truly, is so much it's so much of little things. Yeah, Loretta, I need to see you, and I know I'm gonna get 1,000 words still for what I forget for you, and I have a drink for you still. So we're gonna link up shortly. Last weekend I had to celebrate, you know, champions in England again, and this weekend gonna be a celebratory weekend too. But we gonna find something. We gonna find something. So, um,
So
okay. Let me start off with something because it's a small little thing and we could reach it too. Cause you remember I
okay.
had said, coming out, I want to kind of share some experiences that I'm having while I'm on my travels, things that I see. The city that I say, I told you that I see the premiers go to. You just hear the politicians, they always go New York. You understand? And I
Mm-hmm.
found myself in the Empire State. And it's a fantastic city, Jason. I have to tell you. The traffic is shit. Oh my god, the traffic is shit. But like the people and the vibes and so, I could understand why nervous people like New York. I could see it. I could see it. Like the vibes for real, for real. City is nice. One of the things what I see soon as me reaching, them man got area in the airport for dogs to go and relieve themselves. Yeah, man. And I know it's these kind of state of the art things what was over and negotiate for all the airport. All of these things go through my mind. I tell you, Jason. I know we're gonna get a dog area where the tourists can come in because remember it's them kind of tourists we got to it with dog. These is gonna be the focus. So all these things I see and I notice and I'm like, yeah, man, all the airport I go step up in our life. And next thing when I see Jason,
Yeah.
unbelievable. You ever heard of the Macy's Day Parade in New York?
Bases decorate.
No, Macy's Day Parade. I think this is the parade that they have around Thanksgiving. Is Thanksgiving? Yeah, Thanksgiving time. You check. So this is a big parade. Like this would be the equivalent of when we got some kind of parade in town. You understand? But this is in town in New York. Jason, when I'm there, right? And I'm looking, cause we actually on the route where the Macy's the parade is, and they got this Harry Potter thing on there, you got all kind of thing on there. You know, I see downtown all kind of cannabis stores, Jason, and it's downtown. They got the recreational things there.
Yeah.
Downtown on the parade route, So I just want to let the politicians know, you know, these things happen way out in the big cities that y'all travel to. Yeah, it's happening, man. It's out there, right there. I'm sure y'all done gone in there, into that same Macy's just to say, y'all got something from the. Cause this Macy's is there for like more than 100 years. Um,
Wow.
so and even the next place where I see one of the cannabis dispensaries, and on the other side of the road, right next to the cannabis dispensary for security purposes, just to make sure the community is safe, was a police station. And Jason, guess what? Um, Recreational cannabis legal in New York. I wasn't seeing any problems. I wasn't seeing any increase this or any that. You know what I'm saying? Just for the politicians home to understand what is taking place. Oh, yeah, I mean, it's not that they don't understand because I just be in the same New York like me, just like me. But y'all don't say what y'all see. Y'all only, take the pictures and say you was at the ABC studios and all this kind of thing. So yeah, just a little couple notes, couple things I saw. Um, with regards to Canada and our visa-free access to Canada, go ahead. You tell me your initial thoughts. I have some of my own, but you go ahead.
Um, my thing is when I look at when it comes to that and credit due, you know what I mean? I see people praising up, the premier. The job well done, you know? So it's like I look at it. But how it could be job well done and it's more than one country?
We have a minister of foreign affairs. When you say job well done, is not Dougie they were talking about. What you're speaking about? Say who you're speaking
I'm
about.
I'm saying
Hmm.
they're saying it's Mark Bradley. It's because of Mark Bradley it's
Oh,
being done. You
but
know what I
because
mean?
of because of previous negotiation.
I guess they're going based on previous negotiations. But
Hmm.
that was nearly a year and something ago. And next thing too, Canada well want some Caribbean people up here do their farm work.
Well, here's what I would tell you. There is it is a dangerous game, and when you deal with me, you know me. I always just see the danger. It's always a danger. No, if the premier, for example, were to accept credit for something which happened in the past like that, right? And I go along with that part there. I go along with the shine. I could go, but I have to also remember today that I heard in an address by the Minister of National Security that the recent gun crime is as a result of the monetization of criminal management. This is going also back in the past, back to the peace program and who put it in. If I gonna go back and I gonna shine the premier and I don't got a problem, as I'm telling you,
I get what you're saying.
then today I gonna got to go back. So if you wanna play that dangerous game, we could play that dangerous game. Um, that's how come I ask you. So ain't Dougie you talking about? We ain't gonna just let this thing lie. Cause if we gonna jump in, just understand for anybody who want to dip in the toe. If you dip in at the water there, it not gonna be just a toe. Everything are gonna wet down. So don't even think about go by the shoreline unless you're
But what
going
I'm
in.
saying to but what I'm saying to
Mm.
like why would people would just jump to that conclusion, you know? Because because I ain't gonna put the premier in the spot too heavily with that one, you know. It's the people who I see they'll be posting on social media tagging the premier, making him, you know what I mean, making it look like, yo, premier, you do this, you know,
Well,
like
well,
like say
right
one,
now,
say two, say one, say two. You as you say,
mm-hmm.
you know, he get shine on one long, shine on that one there too because
So,
he was part of that too.
it, well, listen, because notice how I phrase it. I'm saying
Yeah, of
if
course.
that was the case. So whoever want to do that, just understand. For me, you just got to know how. If you're gonna accept all the realities, all the consequences. You're not gonna just get to pick and choose. So if that's what they wanna do, that's what they wanna do. I also wanted to tackle it from a different perspective.
Yeah.
Try to take out a little politics out of it, and just watch it from a well, not even take out politics, but um, how this is discussed is often from the perspective of the privilege. You understand? And let me not even say just the privilege, because the adventures does get you in a life too. You understand? And what I mean by
Mm-hmm.
that is this: even though there's this visa free to Canada, is only one out of, that's what make us say privilege adventure. Some people once in a while you gonna get a man what they say, bye. I got enough money put down, I got in a Canada but see what going on. You might, but in general, that ain't really going to happen.
Alan,
And we ain't. Go ahead, tell me.
I opened the website. What was shared,
What website that you
and
mean?
the to apply because remember
Oh,
they
oh
present some
yeah, I
sort of
know what you mean.
ETA.
Yeah,
They
I know what you mean.
presented
Yeah,
an ETA,
yeah.
and after I opened the ETA, you understand me? You require the proof of vaccination and all those information,
Hmm.
which you know, remember, COVID supposed to done.
Yes,
So if
indeed.
COVID done, why would we require a proof of vaccination if COVID is declared over?
Well, well, that now going just fall into Canada's sovereignty. Canada as a nation going decide, well, one of the things that we still looking out for is this COVID thing. Same thing with China.
But but you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It has been declared. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
now it has been declared, but in that information they need a proof of vaccination.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the next things too, you can't do the next step unless you add your monetary information.
Mm-hmm. Well, what? Cayman is kind. I know once so strict.
So visa and visa free? Nah. If you had a visa already,
Yeah, and I think let's say for people who have, and you see these coming. So you see my angle now, as far as even though we're hearing visa free access and so, the amount of people who really are gonna be able to utilize this, and really as much as you think. That's all is me kind of point. It, it would have been nice because that's how come like I wanted to start off with kind of some notes on the travel. You know how good it would be for more divisions to tell you. I, I sure in you being old, you have you got some kind of gratitude for just seeing a different setup, seeing how this thing happen in a different way, and then also it put you in a different perspective of when you hear or have heard, you know, you are getting this level of service or this level, this quality, and then you see, the bad. No, no, no. I am fooling the people. I ain't really saying what is taking place.
No,
But by you, it's at that standard, but no, not generally in there. So
then no,
that was just
then no. Here's the thing, Alan. Then no.
Mhm.
Majority of Caribbean people um who already had the visa to come to Canada. Most of them were workers, so it's easier for the workers them to apply and come back again to work in Canada rather than just come one time because the biometrics still last 10 years.
Mhm.
Remember, even if your visa expired, your biometrics still last 10 years. So if they have your biometrics, obviously you already been applied, you already been to Canada. So it makes it easier now for past people who went back home and now you're like, yo, that mean I could come back and work again just applying by this.
And listen, as me tell you all of this, let me give you some full disclosure of the facts. Me got the vaccine for all of those who upset about that. Yes, I would have got the vaccine. I wanted to travel. I like to travel. I like to see the world. And if I get a chance to reach Canada, oh my God, you better believe. Yeah, I'm still gonna try to reach to Canada.
Yes, Marlene, people never want to read the fine thing. They only read the reason announcement came as to the destruction with the killing. It was to give people a good feeling. But hey, he almost
Um,
said that the
I I don't. If that was the point of it, as me say, I don't feel like a general man on the road is like, me go to Canada now. When you hear, as you said, the fine print of what we're talking about now, you would have done had a Canadian visa. I don't got a US visa. But what difference it really make? If we like I get you, you know, I would like to see what's taking place in Canada. Canada got vibes, certain parts.
hmm,
All what me got to do is watch where the politicians them does travel. When you see where they does got me out of cities you wanna visit them vibes going on. They not tell you about the vibes are going on. They never telling you about that. I'm telling you, yeah, city is nice, man.
oh yeah, man.
Let me see what else I had. I was taking. I got mostly 2 weeks worth of notes, huh? Um, you want to talk about PAM convention? You have anything from PAM convention? You see PAM? Have any notes from the PAM convention?
Listen, right, Alan.
Yeah.
Listen, right. Um, it was just yesterday. Somebody was talking to me about PAM convention, right? And you know me tell them PAM convention is not a valid convention.
Why?
I don't see PAM as a
Why?
party.
Okay. Well, me not even really concerned about the PAM part. I only really bring in the syncate part so me could talk about these people. Um, you realize 'cause I only watch the introduction, and Lindsay forget latter name, Lindsay forget latter name, Lindsay said the girl name Taya, I think the name. He said, imagine the man say, I would like to thank our friends for joining us. Our friends with a S. Friends. And then he said, try labor. And then somebody let them pinch him and say, boy, Senator, right there. Next to try. You're hot, you know, man. What you want to do? What you want to say? And then he said, I think I tell you your name. That was the little sweetness for me. It was the little entertainment.
And the only thing I could recall when I see comments in the group chat saying
Mm.
the Jamaican speaker was the best. When they said Sean said the Jamaican speaker was the best ever, the best ever. Then after somebody said, remember last year he said Mark is the best ever.
Bye. Bye. I don't even get to listen the debate because I understand Sean wasn't there for the voting, but it sounded like he was against the bill giving me this authority to be sued. But anyway, me not even that about that. Whoever, whoever. Um, as me say, me only be want to talk about the little nigga spot. Also, also, the premier ain't got no time to go to the convention. He had to send like
No,
the man don't even send a minister, not even a full minute. Watch it. The man don't even
yo,
send like a federal minister and say, "Hey Zook, watch it, right? You know we're replacing you and everything, but you're a federal minister still. So at least let me be able to say I send a
boy,
minister." So I won't send it.
hey, you think it easy? You think it easy? Stand back up in front of people knowing where you cast them?
Okay, well, hmm. And not only that too, like you just you either you was getting ready. Well, you have been seen all over the place, and you're very amenable to labor. All of a sudden, last year August, labor was bad for the country, but no, by Dr. Dre is a good man. You know what I mean? Dr. Dre listens. He watch it. The way how he just talk about Dr. Dre now, he almost sound like by I wish I been in a coalition with Dr. Dre. Boy. The way how he talk right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, Pam. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I had I have some a little making up to do. Because the last time I was
Mm-hmm.
on the mic, I was speaking about NRP and I was expressing my disappointment at the tone of the convention. I still have not changed my mind, but I forgot in all of my negativity to give flowers to the one individual who provided some kind of perspective and context, and to me was the star as far as speaking goes. Jason is with me. I wonder if everybody can hear
Yes,
me
yes.
because I just want to make sure. Yeah, who I feel like was the star, and I'm gonna give her flowers, particularly because um I think that she has been questioned by the public at large, and I think that I have had questions. Once again, I'm not taking back anything that I said, but I think I've had some fair questions, some fair critiques. But when you consistently shine me results, well, you show me results, number one, and also how you sounded at the convention, I'm gonna give you your flowers. And the individual I'm speaking about is Patricia Bartlett. Okay. Um, Number one, and you could go and look at the results, Dr. Daly. You could go and look at what you did versus what Pat did. Oh my God. Pat was chopping bush na ass. Pat ancestors would have been proud of the bush them way we should be in a chop. Me I try tell you, I never know so much a bush could have chop. You understand? So I was impressed with the election results, but I feel like she was the only one at the convention, Jason, who ain't say nothing about she get cheated. She was just like, she got work to do. She's gonna
Yeah.
be in the community. She's gonna continue to contribute to the community. She gonna continue to fight. And that boy, that's all what me want to hear. I didn't hear any kind of defeat. You understand? Any kind of the system against me. You know the cultural anthem. Them tree. Me not hear none of them things from Pat. Me hear real responsibility and accountability, and I respect it. So in light of that, Miss Patricia Bartlett, my God, stunning. That is how you are supposed to do it. In my estimation, could be wrong, could be wrong, but yeah, that was it for me. That's when I listen. I can see Miss Bartlett. You know what I'm saying?
Chef
And
toned down. Chef
yeah,
toned down.
yeah, I'm still gonna have questions, but yeah, I I was very pleased with the tone of what she said over everybody else. Um, I also got a little shine for the premiere. So I deal with Miss Bartlett. It makes sense. Let me deal with the premiere. God knows he can't get the Canada shine. So let me give him some STEM shine. Um, at least a smile. The country had a STEM week basically. Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Of course she is, Marlene.
Um, and I think it is very important for the country. Um, I would hope that those in the highest positions of authority do not just continue to roll out weeks, but really try to ingrain these things into the fabric of the curriculum and the society as a whole. Um, Let them man just like how we just got group, man. Let's get some nerds, man. Let them get engineering group and whatever, and let them really do things because ultimately one of them may solve issues that we have in water issues. You know what I'm saying? Drainage issues, electrical issues. So, as I'm saying, I will give the government props for the week. Um, Continue to do these kind of things. I'm really into the STEM thing. So, yeah. Anyway, I will support that regardless of who is doing it. Good, it's all
Wow.
good. Yeah. I have, I always have thoughts on the production, but we could leave that to the side.
Good thing you got water wish by the
Bye. Listen, there's a couple reasons right now. I am so happy at hearing the news. Um, Water going off. You kill people. Yeah, I feel good. Um, um, yeah, yeah. Boy, models, yeah. I could have stopped up by a little longer. They were holding me soon to the security of the day. They were how y'all sound down there. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, and with regards to the water, also, just a small little thing for the people. Um, I think the premier would have addressed in the statement that the water pressure is high again, something like us or whatever. Um, check your pipes, man, and turn down the pressure for the water coming into your house because it's been destroying a lot of people's pipes internally. You know, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
And
that part was not covered. So and there's been a lot of issues recently. So yeah, I look at it.
hey, me again, if me when me back home and water gun, me again.
Oh, no hot bath only like a brown people.
No, me not. Me again, boy, my friend was him.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yeah.
me guys, it's still no.
He's supposed to come more than assistant because he tell me he water away the come from assistant for the Fed.
Okay, okay.
So
So
next time you know that water, me know water out there in abundance.
yeah, I'm gonna have to inquire into the system. I'm gonna have to inquire into the system, see if I could get
So
that.
was him, somebody tag was him, tell was him, I come by him. You know what I mean? Me and him is good friend for a long time, so a bucket a bucket won't hurt. He nah go shower in a KFC bathroom.
Um, I have a big up for Miss Heidi Tyson, and I don't know if you are aware, but she was awarded 10,000 United States dollars. You understand? Because she's engaged in a company that is sustainable and green, and she was awarded a grant for $10,000. And you know, grant is good, cause the premier don't tell you when it come to grant, you ain't got to pay back the grant and them. Maybe it's been a lie, but bone or something. But the grant and them, you ain't got to pay back them then. No money. You check. It's only
Wow,
when
that's
you're
real good.
alone. It's only when you're alone. You got to pay back, but grant. No. So yeah, so big up Miss Tyson. And as I'm doing
Yeah.
things in the Gingerland area. I think she just recently, like a couple of years before, from Costa Rica. She was studying
Yes.
down here something in the agricultural field. So she doing vibes. Huh, man. Mr. Alexis Jeffers partook in a fundraising activity for medical treatment, right?
Mm-hmm.
And once again, Mr. Jeffers, the outgoing minister in Nevis number 4, um, doing big things still. I like it. Showing that you don't have to be a minister to be productive. Um,
Well, he's still
is
getting
a
paid, yeah, advisor.
um, yeah, but he's being productive, and he's gonna get a big up for the productive. Now, I still have a question. I have a question, and ain't even no shade or nothing like that. So. Um, when it come to these fundraising things, I think you would have brought up in the past when individuals do these things. Why is it that we never hear how much was raised? Should it be any kind of alarming that we don't get details? Even if you don't raise a large amount, is it some kind of shame by the amount, but you still want the credit? You understand what me I say? Well, you see the angle. You see what's the train of thought I'm going at here. So I'm giving him the shine. I ain't taking away the shine, but I feel like if he had more details, man, I might have even give you more shine. You raise $100,000, but me no know if you raise $1,500, and then this is not even withstanding who you going to necessarily.
Does the
And
fundraise,
and
well,
and
most
yeah, the
fundraisers right now. Hmm.
whole on the car, Mr. Jeffers does get up very early in the morning and comment on people posts. So Mr. Jeffers just said that if I'm incorrect about what I'm saying, I'm incorrect after the premiere. You need to get your notes to the premiere a little faster so that he will put in the details them a little quicker so that I know. You understand? And remember, he doesn't even verify nothing. So you could just tell one of the technical to give him a number and he can just go up there like a Randburg and just read that on paper. So I just sorry that I just you know people does be telling people I be say, so I wanna make sure that when they go say, I say a lot of things, okay? So make sure you tell them all of the things then. Okay? And good night, Mr. Jeffers. You had anything to
Um,
add? So, yeah, sorry for
I was
cutting.
saying some fundraisers has a goal, you know what I mean? So it would have been good to know
Mm.
what the goal was and all that type of stuff. At least that would have been more understandable if he had a goal. So, if you had a goal and you say the $10,000 is the goal, okay, so far we raised 1,500. So far,
Mm.
he could even give me an end of the week update because guess what? If he have time to post and go around and you know what I mean, checking out the streets of Charleston, checking out the streets of the island, you know, he could give us a likely update too because he could chip in wherever he make to, not just save it for the next 5 years.
Yeah. And going towards that, I would also like to get more details about the attendance at events. That's the only thing. So I like when weekend gone, what they had Tropics. I would like to see and Tropics, which had in attendance 1,456 people. I would just like look at these attendance numbers. Yeah.
No, Alan,
Why? Why? Tell me why. Tell me why.
remember the premier now me make the announcement in terms of the boat, eh?
Well,
But what be,
listen, towards this Tropics thing, this ain't a politics thing. Me talk about promoters, and me not. I kind of trying to help out in a way, in
I get
terms
what you're
of
saying.
if you saying you got this amount of people, when you going and you're trying to get sponsorships and all these kind of things, these are when there's angles where y'all can get some more money if y'all are not as skeptical as y'all are.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
but Alan, some people don't look at it that way. They do, some people look at it like, yo, you know, like for instance, so like we want to know the numbers, the first thing, of the mentality, the people gonna work out the max themselves. So if you been sell me a ticket for this year, yeah, so man, this is how much people you saw. After that, yeah, I work out the hand and the toe. So then I work out the
Well,
hand and the toe.
and yeah, and that's the thing. But they are not a boss. Then I work out the expenditures and all them kind of thing. Then I work out the risk and all them kind of thing. There.
No,
When you kick them thing here, suppose rain fall the day. Suppose you just go move things around. Suppose you got to go book extra accommodation and all these kind of things. So as me say, I feel like it's my responsibility. Me just like give them a second option of how to think about this thing. Cause me want them get a number where they really depend them pinky and all them kind of thing that try to count all the money.
But you
Because
know,
like,
when it comes to them kind of tourism there, you know what I mean? The politician gonna come and say Malcolm Richard Park has this far how much people.
yeah,
So
this many visitors per year and this many
ah
per month and where this and all kind of thing.
ah there you go. So guess what we have now? The food is on the platter right now to present some numbers for our next press conference.
Well, as me say, I'm only speaking in this manner because um for my part, okay, um I I am better off if we got something down the road. Like right now we're going on cross up a country. Me better off if we got more things going on. Me depend them kind of speed there. I like
But let me ask you
entertainment.
something.
Hmm.
When you go into the Malcolm Richard Park, is there signing in somewhere that you're signing in?
No, I've never signed it. No, you're walking in there.
So there's nobody to keep track of the numbers.
Um, maybe they're going off a camera. I don't people now watch what you put in, but as you said, then calculate what you make, not what you put. Well, maybe it's fun the promoters will talk about all of that, and even further. You see, once again, and I tell I am naive because for my part, me not gonna watch a promoter who's successfully doing something and well, me understanding the chances what he taking. How much ever he make is what he put in is what he get out. Me not watch it as a negative that he's successful. If he's successful,
But
it really mean that is more food for a lot more people to eat after. For
but you
my
see,
part.
but I understand your part, Alan. But
Mhm.
look at the different perspective. Look at it now different now. Um, we don't got cultural armor every year, inter premier every year, all these big stuff yeah, and we ain't know how much they'll be making. You check it out. So sometimes we can't even go to the private entity, and we know we got entities that are funded by the government, a government that keep them or something.
But
And
this is why me try to say these numbers are important. You numbers individually and the numbers what okay. What me I say is if cause this is not just for DJ promoter sorry, this is also for DJs. New wave right now, they're getting some buzz off of your performance like topics. If they are not aware of how much people them could draw to an event, it stifle their negotiating capacity. How them could know? How them could even know what number to say? They can't even know if they got a special number because they getting an amount of people what another person can get. You understand what I'm saying? You got to right now in what we're doing, man. I tell you, you got to deal with the ladies. Um, when you watch what the ladies watching and you're keeping up with the Kardashians, social media. When I'm talking about presence and all this kind of, we does have conversations about the young artists from Byron Messiah. And
mhm.
we'll be talking about his social media right now in this world here. What you're doing, yeah. Even um, me talk to well, me and Huntsman a partner. So when me talk to Hans, and me talk to Hebo the band. Me talk about like which band you see like got social media presence and so. We not really do them things there. We got to step forward and be kind of like different about how we dealing with this kind of thing. And I mean, you know, what I'm saying, it can't be me neither. But I see strategy in place by them to do them type of things, and I feel like that's beneficial overall. Um, giving a talk about the visitors to the
Malcolm
Malcolm
Richard Park.
Gishard Park, and that's spark off something in my mind because I heard the premier speaking about something. He spoke about the confidence that the opening of a business shows in the economy of Nevis. And
Yes.
when he said that, I was thinking about Nevitalia, which just recently closed.
Yes.
And the reason how the Malcolm Gishard Park tie into that, you're telling me the Malcolm Gishard Park had these thousands of visitors and a restaurant right next to it. They said, but I'll be done with the thing, boy. No, boy, leave is not doing that because if one show me confidence, home is once again, it's just things what me that wonder what me supposed to get from that. If me going back in that spot there, what me got to do to be successful there? Is 100,000 people got to pass? 500,000 people got to pass? How much people got to go in there? And how much ever go in there? Does that mean that them are gonna come in my place?
True.
Are they still gonna end up down sunshine? By rights. By rights.
Right, right. That's
Um
crazy.
yeah, another big six sports bar. In a name big six sports bar. But it's big six bar. The bar up in Ginger, I think they call it what 869. You know what I'm talking
About in
about, right?
Ginger.
You ain't hear about this? You have not heard of this?
I know, I know. I saw some ribbon service and ribbon cutting and all the stuff with about this
Mm.
guy Sean open.
Yeah, yeah.
Where is it?
That I think that man say it's just past Best Buy, you know? On the left hand side of the road, I think.
Just past Best Buy
Mm-hmm.
on the left hand side.
Mm-hmm.
You mean where
This is
Clayton used
what
to there? In the open
I
spot of land?
I think so. But I think someone well, see when we said by the gas station, some maybe I further down the road.
I don't know. I would like to get a picture of it in the area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But people are say vibes going on. I like it. As me say, I like when you got different places where you go, not just all the alignment
Yeah.
necessarily, you know. And maybe it could work out good if they could well, I don't know if they would have to do this personally, but you know what I mean, it could be good. It might could work out good off a ginger hour
In the same building
in
as
the
the gas
same
station.
building
So
as the gas station.
upstairs or downstairs.
That gotta be upstairs.
Oh, guys, remember I left before the gas station was built. Eh?
Yeah. Cause they took down the old one.
Yeah. My
Yeah,
car
and
caught a
so
fire right there too.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know about that. I would just encourage, you know, for this gas station to work out. Me I say gas station for this spot to work out in the long run. Um, the countryman then gonna got to accept that sometimes the tongue man then gonna bite that. You understand? And
Uh,
vice versa, because I'm telling you. Also, you tongue guys, sometimes in country woman never wanna need them. Ain't all of them. You understand? And also, sometimes y'all gonna be up there with your girl and I gonna say, boy, no, them country man can't bite me, and then gonna bite I too. So I don't wanna biting, cause no fighting, which gonna lead to the thing done. Okay? I accept that he gonna get them kind of thing. I gonna get man in law. If I can't deal with a man in law, like responsibly, then done with the lady. You understand? If you can't take it, you gotta go. You gotta go. But telling her, you know, right now, cause my God, next thing you're gonna end up serious over ladies. Come on, the ladies are gonna make their choices, and y'all need to be adults about the situation. That's all I'm saying. Mm, well, some believe again. What else? What else? What else? The drag strip. They said they had drag racing. I was just wondering, as we was wondering about things that make money. I would like to know if the drag strip is profitable. So I'm gonna be looking at the drag strip numbers, how much we invest and whatnot. I want to see. Yeah. Um, sports. No, me don't left eye. No trouble eye. No. Oh yes, they said they had a fight in CSS. You know about the fighting in CSS? It's a video of the
yes.
fighting in CSS. Okay. Describe the fighting. Describe what you saw.
It seems like the person was being young or something like that, but you go see like it was just despicable basically. And if it's the same video that we're talking about, you go see one the fellow, you go see one the guys them like a try hand and a hide, you know. You
Mm-hmm.
look like you go see who really wanna fight and the hypocrites at the same time, but all of you involved regardless of what. You know, it's an unfortunate situation, but hey,
Um, well, I would like the public to rest assured because what the government said that there will be a full investigation, and people have been cautioned. And by the way, as I see the caution there, you know who got the best caution in the whole world? You know Pee Wee from Alice. Pee Wee from the caution I'm talk about.
yeah,
One
hear me,
thing
cousin.
Pee Wee, one thing Pee Wee will let you know is better to stick around than to fuck around. That is the best caution in the world. Stick around, cause if you do the next one, not gonna last too long. Just stick around. Um, oh yeah, and people will be counseled. Um, I would just like a little follow up on the investigation. Yeah, we just hear about a lot of. There will be an investigation. I would like to hear the report. So I hope that this investigation, for once, produces a report, and we see, we are at least told, yeah, be something. You understand?
Alan,
Something.
Alan,
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to these guys saying they're gonna do investigation, when they say they're gonna look into it, when they say they're gonna get back to you, dog them.
Um,
Try reach all the way from convention and can give your investigation with the lady on the beach. What
No.
concerning the kids then?
And as I say, I don't want no more investigation. I want a report. I want the start of the story and the end of the story. Are you like go give me the start of the story? Give me the end of the story, pan that one yeah. And me not care what the report said. Just give me a report. Give me something. Two teachers not even get suspended last year and there was an investigation.
Yeah.
No report. So this time,
No, you did.
investigation, let me get some kind of report. Um More shine for the premiere. Oh my god. The premiere don't love this episode. This is the most smart block the premiere has in one episode. Um the premiere collaborated on the NIA Civil Proceedings Act and the Crown Proceeding Amendment. All of these fancy words simply mean no, the NIA can be sued. Civil proceedings are matters before civil court. Well, but yeah, model cap does be on his business. Well, he depend. Yo, big up. Listen, you know I should have named the episode. You know? This should have been the big up episode. Big up the model cap. Richard out there striving, adding value. You understand? I don't know the brother personally, but the
Yeah.
brother keep me informed. I don't know if you know me, if you follow this thing. If one eye on him know the model cup, y'all could just tell him a big up from the topics. Okay.
Model Cup.
Um,
Big up yourself.
I've been want to big up somebody else in the media too, but when I come in, remember, right now, I was blowing smoke up the premiere ass. So, and you have to love the premiere, Jason. The premiere said that the new laws was a result of a collaboration. You understand? This shit like they was in the studio making music. This was like watch the show and like Jay-Z and Kanye in the studio shit. You understand? A collaboration between the AG office and the NIA legal department. Um no, that was the premier's version of what happened. Me don't tell I a long time from reading the judgment and from the arguments that were made. Basically, think this was like, yo, big man, we cannot afford to be liable for something what you do. Because like in the case of the Ocean Reef case, $200 million. $200 million is the whole NIA everything what they, nearly everything what they bring in last year. Singers could pay, but it would hurt a lot. And if we need this paid, we would got to go bankrupt. The NIA would got to say, okay, listen, we're bankrupt right now. So we're gonna have to restructure everything. Um, Payment freeze across the board. And then them all got to start to fire all kind of people and all that. The fountain community has been held hostage for too long. People have found they need to get back their space. They can't play sports. They have no hurricane shelter. And recently it was told that Mr. Wakely, who is in charge of the army men preventing a computer lab from coming to the village. Hmm. I yeah. Yeah, phone thing me about the community center. I had a lot of good times in the community center.
Years. Years
And
out there. Years.
yeah, they might every year they might also even had like the Methodist church usually have something with the like Easter time and so don't play cricket dance all over that. But it's been a long time. It's been a while. Um. Oh yeah. One other thing, right? Um. The premier was saying that the issue that really came up happened in the Court of Appeal because the judge, and all what he's saying is facts. The judge ended up brought up as a preliminary issue whether the NIA got standing, and then they say no. But I just want to let everybody know, for clarity's sake, what the NIA initial legal argument was. Because it's one of the most entertaining. I mean, I'm going to say what I really feel. I'm going to say it's entertaining and I'm going to let I decide. The document was served on a secretary in the legal department. Okay? I think the minister in charge would have been Alexis Jeffers. Alexis Jeffers' argument, based on affidavit evidence, is that the document not served by him personally. So because you serve the legal department, that don't mean you serve the government. You understand? That was the argument, man. If you want to serve, you got to serve me. If you serve me, well then I believe you. Then you sue the government. But you go down there, you get the secretary for the NIA letter, and and that's supposed to count as service. I also want to add the government did just, well, it's slightly different there, but the government also didn't put in a defense. So it's a default judgment went against the government. So it was kind of like when JD them didn't file within time. It was something similar to that the government just did. The only difference is JD one might have cost my election, but the government will have cost all the money. It will have cost the 200 million. That was the difference in the mistake. But the NIA could not be sued. Otherwise, we would have had a problem. So I just want to make sure that, because, the premier of them put in all of them lyrics there in a keeping. So I
Yep.
want to make sure the full lyrics. Hmm. So you expect. Oh, yeah, I had a question now. Since the legal department now could be sued and has more power, I was wondering if this means we're gonna see a stronger, more beefed up legal department, if we're gonna see more resources in there.
Then
If
the
we're gonna even
17
put
was defending.
um I'm just wondering if now we are gonna see a bigger change. As I say, I was asking a couple of months ago, I mean, if the premier could build up like a great law firm, you know what I mean? I feel like with the resources of the government, he should be able to build up a great legal department. Unless me not understand something. I don't want to believe he would be taking credit for same work with
Well,
Daniel Bradley.
well, the process for visa access work faster than the hospital.
Um one thing why I also kind of jog my mind is, so we were able to collaborate on this very quickly. Can't collaborate for Nevis fair share yet. But fair share is a big issue, eh? Fair share is a big issue, Jason. But like we do
Yeah, but
this for it
Fishy,
was a yeah.
but Fishy was a campaign gimmick too.
collab. We need to collaborate again. And the judge come back and oppose the enemy that the NIA can't be sued. Would that affect the validity of the bill? Um, the effect of the legislation is to rectify the issue that occurred before. So the judge would have already ruled in the Court of Appeal. I don't think anybody took it to the Privy Council. I don't know that it was taken to the Privy Council. So I don't think that any judgment would affect the appeal. And even in particular, it wouldn't affect anything going forward. It might no, I don't. It wouldn't affect anything going forward.
So Alan,
Yeah.
how's the hospital?
In Nevis?
Yeah, because we could see the picture. We could see the picture from a aerial view for Bath Road, but I wish the hospital picture was in there too.
I think the hospital gonna be ready for next election. I think definitely for next election, the hospital gonna be ready. Um, the non-established workers. Um, the premier said that 600,000 has been carved out for non-established workers. That was not the number that I saw in the budget. In the official document that was prepared for this year, from the Minister of Finance, that was not the number. Um, maybe things are going exceedingly well, and so this is feasible. But $600,000 as an estimate has been carved out for the non-established workers.
So if
Um,
that's not true, how much is it?
man, I don't have I don't have the thing. I went to watch In the Spider Verse this evening.
That's not you talking,
Uh,
Alan.
who? What? I tell listen. I tell you, I'm gonna go watch In the Spider Verse. I'm gonna go watch Spider Man. So I don't have that particular number right here on top of me. Um, he also gave. Cause the premier love to give the least argument, eh? You know what I'm saying? I like it with the Mondo shop. Well, at least you're not rump on grass no more. Well, at least. So he said that even though it's not gonna be, basically what it should be, or it could be more, he said at least you're getting something. You know what I'm saying? So where you was getting nothing, at least you always hit you with that one there. So
And
big effort.
the year soon done. The year soon done, so I could get our next 5%, because five and five plus five gonna be 15%.
No, by the time then done the money I will get fiver. And that if you do this year because the next set of lyrics is the lyrics what confuse me. Because he said that it was unclear whether the NIA have the constitutional authority to go to the House and pass the legislation. That sounded to me like he promising something and he not sure if he could come to you the promise. He talking about some that's what he said. It was amazing. He said it is a policy what they're pursuing right now. You check it out.
Yeah.
The Charleston Accord was a policy. Um, and we basically waiting for escape once again. policy. So that is aggregate. Um, I would have liked to know. I feel like the non-established workers. One of the questions that y'all asked if we are gonna, if he's gonna, because he said that he would be waiting to see what Sinki's position will be. Y'all need to ask him, well, what is Sinki's timeline? How far Sinkits want to put this legislation in place? And is it a priority for them? Is it the same type of priority? Because if it's not the same type of priority,
But
I don't
the
see it
best thing to
happening
do,
fast.
the best thing to do, blame sink it. So people just turn and do so. Sink it's fault.
Okay. Um, the premier said something about the truck driver them. What
Yeah.
confused me too. He said he see truck drivers who not just driving reckless, but beyond reckless, reckless to the extreme. But then he said, it's like, we want to give you a warning. You understand? Yeah, we're going to give you a warning. You're driving reckless to the extreme. What may I think to myself, right?
The traffic department deal with that.
No, but hear me out now, Jason. If me park on a yellow line right now, you're not gonna warning you. You know what you get? Only one thing could save you here. If you reach outside and the traffic warden don't pull the ticket book, you know what I'm gonna tell you? Well, me don't start to wait, So me go finish. You know we go. Once me start to wait, nothing go happen. Me never make a mistake on none the paper them. When me start to wait, me always finish all of me ticket there. Always there. Strict. When it come to man driving big truck with a what full of aggregate, whether they full or they empty, man a drive big truck fast. And you see them a drive beyond reckless. You tell me that what I want. But them man no been supposed to give them man no warning. Them man be no put them man, as you say, them man be no put a traffic police up there. Them man needed to put some traffic police along the road, especially where they know they're gonna pick up little speed where they know it's gonna be simple and give them man couple ticket. Because I'm telling you, the owner for them truck there, as soon as them man see them man get them couple ticket there, they're gonna slow them down. They're gonna slow them down. And also, traffic need to think about doing a point system for them kind of thing, and ways how you could suspend people license and all them kind of thing. He not said that them are very reckless. He said reckless to the extreme. It was confusing. Um, I've been wanting to ask you a question, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
It was said that we're gonna be doing a promotion with Music Fest and White Sand. Culture Armor does do promotion with Music Fest and White Sand in Singlet?
With Music Fest, when they come up to Nevis,
No, 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 no. No, no. Listen, hear me question very good. It was said that they will be coming up to Nevis and they're gonna be doing a promotion up here. Does the opposite happen? And Culturama go down to Nevis and promote down there?
no. The only time I could recall they ever promote is when in one year we went down for the last lap. I think last lap or whenever they have the troop. And we promote culture armor. That's about it on the truck. Otherwise than that, nah.
I was only asking because if Music Fest gonna come up and promote music fest. And Culturama ain't gonna go down when they gonna got events down there and promote Culturama. They just a user of it. Miriam, what we getting out of this? If we ain't going to attract English people, what am I missing?
Um, yeah, I feel like the promotion is more of St. Kitts rather than Nevis in terms of coming. You come to St. Kitts rather than you come to Nevis.
Okay. Well, it's just a thought in how I feel like we need to be. If we ain't gonna be aggressive in marketing culture armor to sink it,
But
who are we gonna be aggressive in marketing culture armor to?
but you see, I just say, you know what I mean? If I be gonna be aggressive. So I was gonna refer to that now. We not even ever try to do something in St. Kitts either. Half we own. Like you never hear
Mm-hmm.
Culturama go down St. Kitts half the owner try to promote Culturama. So we can't even knock people coming from St. Kitts to promote the thing. Because we ain't doing no better because we go quicker because we want to be called upon rather than choose to take initiative and go and do something. We rather hear them tell them we rather tell them they tell Abby come rather than try go and do it themselves. Like for instance, Flo, majority of the time when Flo has promotion, is Flo from St. Kitts to come up and do the promotion. Huh?
Mm-hmm. I didn't know that.
Yeah, majority of the time when Flo has promotion, is the St. Kitts team that come up and pump up the promotion, everything. You never see a Nevis team by itself try to do something. They will do something small in house. But St. Kitts got all out with the budget.
I feel. Well, I just feel like it's a thought for whoever deal with culture armor to be a little more aggressive when the thing gets bad and to realize. Imagine White Sun and Music Festival realize that they could come up and capitalize off of you thing, and you now realize you could go down and capitalize off of them thing. As Jason said, which is an even more powerful point. Go down and do your own thing yourself. Cause it don't got base as far as a show you got Nevis people who living in SK who done down the could kind of help you and set up certain things. You know
They
what I'm
could
saying?
go, you got
Yeah,
4th Street, you got the main square, you got the circus, you got different areas you could get the privilege to block off. You understand me? And
yeah,
hold something at least for one Friday in every month or whatever.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we not going afraid. We not going afraid to bring up grandmasters and put on the treasury. We not going afraid to put somebody this place and that place. But how come all of a sudden now you feel like all of a sudden now you're afraid to do something and do the same? In there for everybody. Because the
Mm-hmm.
carnival chairman, the chairperson gonna be responsible for that because it's the Sinkits and Navy's carnival chairperson, not the
Nice.
Sinkits chairperson.
Yeah, yeah. You bring out an even bigger point for real. Neighbors need to go down there by themselves, deal with the vibes. I like it. Um, Culturama. Oh yeah, Culturama is having a press conference launch the 16th. 6 weeks before Culturama is when they're having the press conference to launch
So the
Culturama.
large girls,
The only girls I have seen are the ambassadors. I have not seen the official Culturama girls. I'm told there are 5 of them, but I don't know who they are.
okay.
You see, I see one by Chapit. She look like she qualified. She could be on the team. But I don't know who are the official ladies. She would just be my pick. If I heard that she was in the show, I back in she. She she don't need to know. They say Queen Show is the fifth. No Mr. Cool. They said they are rebranding Mr. Cool. I don't know what kind of rebrand that they do. And I also want to say, Mr. Premier, you put pressure upon yourself. You say you want to rebrand Mr. Cool, and me hear you know. So if you come back with this same Mr. Cool show next year, from what the Mr. Cool used to be, if you come back with the same Mr. Cool, no, I'm gonna laugh after it. So you officially now have to add at least one segment. You gotta do something officially. Cause you tell me you're gonna rebrand it, so you cost yourself some money. So good luck with that. The poultry processor is now in Nevis, Jason. So you could be excited about the chicken, and it only costs $750,000. He does do this thing where he does talk about the money what he spend in the US, but we in a easy country, Mr. Premier. So I worked out the cost. It's $250,000. I hope people have their chickens. I was underestimating the amount of chicken. They say 700 chicken an hour. I was saying 500 chicken a day. No, they're saying 700 chicken an hour. 7 to 8. You check. So I hope Nevis right now Nevis have a full out of chicken. Everybody have a full.
Hmm.
Um,
You know, some people cook not only get 500 chicken.
no, they're gonna be way bigger. They're gonna be way bigger. You ain't never seen nothing like what's gonna be produced down in Indian castles. It's gonna be a revolution. It's gonna be a revolution. No other
But you,
island in the Caribbean is gonna be able to do it.
but you know, in
Only
reality,
us.
a regular man cook got him under 300 chicken. You know.
Um, as I tell you, the man I will build these are gonna be different.
If
Because
if that they been if that they coulda do if that they coulda do 500 donkey a day, I woulda believe.
you say what a regular man could do. Let me let you know something. A special people have got to do with this. You understand? So don't bother come with what your regular people could do. Wherever your regular people could do, then special people you could do at least twice as much. Um, I reach my doctor, you know,
Yeah.
and I want to say a couple things about Doctor Joe before I start off. Right? I just want to take my little credit now. Cause me ain't gonna take credit for the ideas then what the politicians them thief. Cause I come to the point now where me give the politician them the free idea for two reasons. Number one, I would like to see things work out. Okay? The second reason why I will give them the free advice is because I see people watch a lot of karate movie and just tuning in for a moment. I thought you all were saying crime out of control and escape because but I must say that everything new what I was going to put like. But as you come to the crime thing right now, no, never, you tune in at exactly the right time. What been I say before I read them and post? Oh yeah, Dr. Joe. I was taking
That's
credit for
true.
my yeah. Yeah. The second reason why I just give you all this free advice now is because I don't see a lot of people watch karate movie. And just because you go watch a karate movie, that doesn't mean you go kick karate. So take it, do it. Let me see if you can do it right. Can you check it out? So, and if you do it right, the first part gonna be good. Cause the place gonna be better, and it's still gonna be better for me. With Dr. Joe Teller appearing, labor like we take a lot of pictures, and Dr. Joe looking very one term, Michelle. Very one term, Michelle. No, but that's just for right now. It's early. You got time. Um, you want to talk about crime in the country? Did you watch it? You dressed by the prime minister today
No.
at 3 p.m. Okay, Jason. Prime Minister spoke for the thing. Said the video was 8 minutes, but the first maybe 3 minutes is not because he said waiting. Um, Devon Doctor Joe looking like a one-ton man. The only people like Doctor Joe right now in a sink it off a monkey hill. I know, and that's his spot. But he ain't looking stable. I will. Um, he spoke for like 5 minutes. Um, he said about the condolences. He did the regular thing. The general public have to work with the police. And I have a question here. Do the police work with the general public? I just I just wanna walk my hairy little Yorkshire Terrier in Hamilton with my slippers and my pajamas on in my community and have a police up there ask me where me come from. Me go thieving with me dad. Really enjoyed it. Police. Yo, I start to know some people in the community then. And especially I know we at a deficit in the Nevis because the police them ain't from Nevis. So they need an extra sensitization. And the police that want me to talk about, the anything in a man police and how man police gonna deal with me like so. Much less one man police will tell me, yo, you ain't allowed to eat no fried chicken down there. Can they pay? Because what? At time my police tell me who the illegal in the Nevis. Only when me ask them, just tell me the law, sir. Driver. So the police, you know, officers, just, I feel like y'all could have a conversation with us. Cause ain't all that, me got a contentious time with. Only when I start off with the contention. Um, I have a note here. Dr. Drew was referring. He wasn't talking about police. He started to talk about security personnel. So I wanna get that ready. Anytime I hear them talk about security personnel, that mean anything what them could touch. Defense force, um, man what upon when him coast guard, anybody what got authority. All of them are talk about. Here talk about police, all of a sudden security personnel. And he not say it's a state of emergency or nothing. Security personnel. Listen to the lyrics. Um, he said that they will be implementing the following. Um, I feel like what Dr. Joe was saying today was a lot of bullshit. I'm not saying that Dr. Joe don't mean man. I'm saying I've heard all these lyrics here before. Heard it all before. From sweeter birds to increased presence in the community via various methods. One of the methods he gonna get to later. When they say increase presence, more police in the community. And just to let the authorities know, police driving through the community is not police in the community. Police got to walk through community. Police go know the, once again, if I don't know the community, when the man a drive through the community, them man like I said, they vex if they got to open them door there, spoil them AC. How them a come to them community there?
You know how this could have worked. You know how this could. Like from like we can prevent from what already done happen. But you know what could work? You recruit a certain amount of police who willing to work in plain clothes within their community. They don't have to wear the uniform. They just have to be in the community working the shift. Your job is to
Oh,
be the peace officer of your community.
in a sense, undercover police.
Undercover police. You be casual among everybody, but at the same time, you're doing your job.
No, me not like that.
No, listen.
I,
The thing about it is,
I'm
right?
willing
You
to
know what I
hear.
mean? The thing about it is, we like the peace program that don't you don't see how that you see how that they come about now towards now. You check it out. If your budget, I feel like you should have got a budget for that also within the peace program too. I feel like they should have had the police on the peace program, which is peace officers being paid to be in the neighborhood as well. You get what I'm saying?
Well, the reason why I'm at so is, um, okay, one time, I don't know if you know this. If a police asks you your name and you don't give them your name, it's an offense.
Hmm.
A police dealing with me in a kind of way, and he asked me my name, and because I know what I know, I gave the officer my name. You understand? But I said, well, you don't know. It's always a vice versa. I said, but officer, you could give me your name as well and your badge number. You know, with that, he was off. He ain't even want me get his name and his badge number because of how what he been deal with. And so that's why me I say I prefer them in their gabs. I wish their gabs was even more. You know what I mean? I
Alan,
like them to be I like them to be prominent.
Alan,
I feel like you want them to be more relatable.
Alan, I want them to be
Mm.
more relatable and not heavy policing. What I mean in terms of they go by the shop, they don't know when they buy the shop, bad with the boss. You know what I mean? You fit into your priority is if you know a fight, if you hear something strange going on about to be happening, like a fight or something, that's your purpose there to prevent that now.
Me
You know what I
feel
mean?
like
And if
that's
something come out of your control, at least you there, at least you are standby. You know what I mean? After, you know, because guess
uh,
what? Somebody could call. So, like for instance, you hang by Bafford shop. But I mean, I don't know down there all the time. You know what I mean? This is my situation, yes or so. You understand me? But I go down by the shop, they go call Alan the boy.
well. Me feel like what you are described there though. I feel like that's the responsibility of leaders in the community.
Yeah, that's this responsibility of the leaders in the community. But that ain't happening. So no, you got to implement that now with the police.
Well, if I would identify that as the issue, I would more go about doing things to create a faster, more leadership in the community rather than do it through the police. You understand what I say? And also,
Well,
as I say, man, I want me police to be prominent. You know what I mean?
well, you know most back in the day, I ain't know about now, but back in the day, some of the people in what we used to look up to in the community either do something illegal, uh they're affiliated with something, but at the same time too they keeping the peace.
And that is why I say specifically, like them things that why be at about. Um, them that are regular man in the community. You ain't supposed to want to see no kind of fighting in your community. You know one thing what mean dancing by Phoebe, gentlemen, you could cuss, you could say whatever you feel like. You could go on bad. Ain't gonna no hitting. Ain't. And even so, even as you say them thing there, you still got to monitor or understand when certain things is said and the temperature reach a certain way. Some people might not be able to take the pressure.
But
But
but the reason why I come to that conclusion too, I can remember in my young days, I know for sure he got a specific officer used to hang around this shop. You know what I mean? Casual all the time, and some of the time when something about to spring up, you know what I mean? He already there now, you know what I mean? After when he look now, you know, people acknowledge the fact that by he, you know what I mean, and he just come and just do his part or whatever. So I just work out well. That's a different strategy we could work on.
um, would anybody else fully in that gap there if he was not there?
If anybody is not feeling a gap there,
Yeah, if he was not there.
um, when I mean like shift,
No, I'm talking about other people in the community. Same way still, them realize something will happen and they would step in before or would this escalate the situation.
well,
He,
yeah. Back then, yeah, of course.
so you say back then, you know feel like them thing that happen in this time?
Everybody pull out the phone now, King.
Well, that what the so um by he had still he
Everybody
had
pull out the
still.
phone now.
It's still not happen. It's still not happen around me happily though. For whatever reason, all political parties are gangsters. This was said by someone who agreed that the pepper peace in 2020. This is the kind of attitude some people have. To quote him, men can shine a candle of correction. How can you change people's way of thinking? Me not even get you more than one. Let me finish Dr. Joe things where he said increased presence in the community. Through various methods. And by the way, even though you talk about the community police in there, the various methods mean them man have all get ready to put camera all over town. All over town. Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing. Well, not without them seeing you. They say further engagement with regional and international agencies. And you don't know that there is lyrics for we're gonna look some help. You know, we're gonna talk to people. We're gonna go America, you
RSS.
know. St. Vincent, them kind of thing that we're gonna be looking help. I understand, Dr. Joe. I see the vibes. Strengthening the intelligence capabilities of the police officer. That is also more lyrics for we're gonna look some more help. You know what I mean? We're gonna give them some more computer, some kind of software, phone, whatever, increase intelligence, whatever. Um, they will expand. Oh yeah, see what I tell you? expansion of CCTV island wide, and I have here, but Marsha gonna talk alone because of she area. That makes sense. Yeah, but as he said, the man is about to CCTV the whole place. You check because I got to remember too. It gonna be cheaper. Them man angle is gonna be cheaper for the camera than for the police. Wasn't that part of the premium plan? What they happened to the camera gone out of whatever. Yeah, so that gonna be the thing. And they just tell the authorities the cameras on them are not going to get to know people. The cameras on them are not gonna build relationship. As I say, I still gonna end up. What they gonna go when? What they gonna do when they say walk with the police? Do it in front of the camera with satellite backup, man. You want to spend money with the government? Oh yeah, they say they're gonna increase the evidence taking capability. So I don't know. That sounds like some CSI classes. Which maybe I'll be gonna see them start to carding off places and tell Abby, we're taking Prince, and I'll be gonna hear about. Oh, maybe that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna get some kind of database and start taking fingerprint and all that kind of thing. Maybe that's where we're headed. I don't know. Oh. He said the police high command will enlighten us tomorrow. I don't know how many points gonna be in the plan. Remember, Timothy had his 6 point plan. So I don't know how much points gonna be in that plan, yeah. If it's gonna be on triangle or what kind of shape. Um. Oh yeah, they said they're gonna increase the penalty. I was looking. I have to restart my computer so I don't have it here in front of me once again. But he said they will increase the penalty for gun-related offenses to 25 years. So it's soon like the man of us say if you're a possession, you're gonna have to serve a quarter century of life. Um, me understand the calls to increase the penalty. Um, from what I recall, I think the man been say a year bullet or something like that. So the man don't do all. The man don't say all kind of lyrics. But ladies and gentlemen,
Hey,
I need you to let you understand. If a man want a gun, he don't make up his mind. Huh? All them calculation they don't gone in.
hey,
Got it.
is one thing about people, eh? You know what I mean? People they go jump up and say increase that until the cousin or the brother or the sister get hold of them.
That in expert.
So I better know why I don't wish for some of the time, because some of the time people does do poetic justice. Let me just call it poetic justice. Some of the time the person maybe kill a rapper, you check it out and maybe get the same 25 years with a gun, but he killed somebody who raped maybe 15 children.
Them man, I think he gonna get a deal. That one they gonna get a deal. But I just say I don't feel like we have already tried this increase before. Under labor, might I add. You understand? God, remember Denzel Douglas was with gang laws and this, that, and the other thing. So I don't see if you need to put your hand on a piece of steel, you're gonna get your hand on a piece of steel. I did not hear anything inside the what would be done to address the fact that St. and Nevis does not have a gun manufacturer. In case anybody feel like St. and Nevis does manufacture gun, we do not have not even one gun manufacturer. which means that all the guns in St. Christopher and Nevis are imported.
And the next
Every
thing too,
single one. Got it.
the next thing too, I see somebody highlighted a popular YouTube video, music video, you know, and talking about promoting gangster gangs and all that type of stuff. Hey, there's a lot of things we could talk about other than that particular song because this been going on long before this particular song. You know what I mean? Because sometimes we don't even want to watch Jason, Freddy Krueger, and all these other movies. So don't just point it on the music alone. And second of all, I don't think a child supposed to get under 18 supposed to get access to YouTube and all that type of stuff there because this way you have to be 18 and over for certain content.
Mm. Well,
You're supposed to
see,
be 18 and over for Facebook too, right?
once again, um, you could go that way. That is an argument, but in a realistic setting, bad man, you understand, does get a lot of grace. You understand? From things that I've heard ladies say, man, up to the other day, 869 confessions. One of the last one woman we me hear the girl say, I want a real gunman in me world. You understand? She don't want a nice man. She don't want a man who wanna be here. You check it out. She want a gunman.
People find, people find ridiculous things to blame. Exactly. You know what I mean? They point on
Um,
this song, then they point on this and that. You know what I mean? But up to now, they not point on the parents who raised them, you know?
um, even Dr. Joe once again was pointing on the monetization of crime management, and all kind of people have been saying, aren't you rewarding um who you are saying criminals for crime? Because even when the premier was speaking, oh yeah, this is one I think I forget. The premier was asked about the the peace, and he said he don't know about that. That's a that's a think it's that's a federal, is a federal issue. You understand? He don't know nothing about the peace. All he know, there are supervisors, and he got tears. One of the questions one need to be asked, cause me glad the premier out me mouth and say about he don't know nothing, but he know about the supervisors. What is the criteria to be a supervisor? Do you get a supervisor if you deal with a little bit of badness or a lot of badness? And if it's a lot of badness, that no mean that for doing more you get more.
Anyway,
What was the incentive? God.
let me get down to the street. Let me get down to the street facts. Let me get down to some street facts when it comes to the piece, eh?
Mhm.
And me not hold no water in my mouth. You got some people what does hold some lump sum some the gang leader them. Yeah, some me what get the peace money, do not distribute the money correctly. And the fact that the younger heads them or the goons them, what they just send out to do the bad for them, does get a little less than what they think. Even sometime you got man just want at least $400 to go in their pocket. Yeah, Sammy. But when you look now, you're supposed to get in 500. You know what I mean? You still continue to give me this amount. You still give me, let's say, buy this or what the man give me. After you look next week, you gonna go buy two gold chain, buy tall. So sometime is within the man own circle, corruption start because what? The money comes so easy from the top to the next top, which is the gang leader. Then after now, the goons them go watch that now and walk out. Well, I get gold chain, you know what I mean? Well, how much he I get so?
I see video of man with money and me only I see art allows. Me say, boy, the central bank really did a single.
So you got younger heads, they'll be going after the bigger man them. Some maybe get through, some maybe fail. I know it's an unfortunate situation, but only as real as it gets. A lot of people ain't gonna say it how we going. You check it out, but you got man out there now share the money right.
Man. Well, and as you say, it, well, it's a two-way problem in terms of that, and then in terms of there is no sustainability to it. So it's not like
So
you give me a skill, you just like give me the money over and over and over again. So as you say, it's just an easy money thing.
so when people ask if peace are when something's happen, yeah, the peace is still on. You check it out, but it's just that these men in their own community now start to turn against each other now because somebody getting greedy.
Well,
So it's like if you live a booby island and you can't come a Oli and Oli get their own money, it's confusion going on over at Oli because the head for Oli now share the money right amongst the younger heads them. So the younger heads them gonna make an effort to try ambush. The head for Oli is either they get you or not. So sometimes when you hear man pop off, I could be wrong with certain scenarios to it. You check it out because in all of that good could be related.
well,
But
ain't no one scenario, it's many scenarios playing out.
yes, so we see how we go.
The next thing what I was wondering, cause I'm just listening to how this is being put over to me. If you are saying that the situation now is caused by the monetization of crime management, are they blaming the peace man them or the gang man them for this situation here now? Because I also hear Marsha Henderson and she said evidence points to gang activity and retaliation and where this is a scapegoat being set up to be delivered to the people to say, look here, we're doing something about crime. Can me hear that in the lyrics?
But they got to be careful with what they're saying too, because guess what? If you're gonna put it as gang related, you know what I mean? You put in one set of people head. But it could be them that gang there come after the gang,
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
you gotta be careful with what you're saying, because one person has a monetization within, you know what I mean? And now you're pointing directly, gang activity. No, you can't
Exactly.
do that.
And
You
you got
can't
a
just jump up to the you can't just jump up to the conclusion, because I don't feel like if the peace on, you know what I mean? Somebody gonna jump on a bus from Sandy Point to come to McNay to kill somebody. That there was brewing in within their own community itself.
um, Dr. Joe went on to say that they are forming a crime task force with the aim of a behavior changing initiative. And he said this is a new approach to crime and violence, and it's going to be seen as a public health issue. This is what I listen. Dr. Drew proved to me today that as far as talking for a long time and not saying nothing, the premier competition. Dr. Drew right in there with it.
But what I'm saying is, you already had the list with Hoop and the Peace.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. The politicians know the rest.
Right. They're saying it in pieces, but I'm listening. Dr. Ju start to say, hear how Dr. Ju said they're gonna be approaching this crime thing now. This is how he said the new approach is gonna be scientific, sustainable, and holistic. Um, he
That the
said
new
it's a
name. That how they say Obia.
uh, he said, and then he had another lyric. He said a multi-pronged approach built on several pillars and the knowledge and expertise of stakeholders from multiple disciplines to implement a plan of action.
That's how they
Uh,
said it. That's the new word for Obia.
I tell you, Dr. Joe, I, I didn't see it today. I didn't see it today. Um,
Science. Wait till a
the
bucky
only
giant.
the only thing I tell myself, I would not want to be in SK nothing this summer at all. Because of how them man gonna be going on. And Nevis got to kind of watch himself too. Yeah, Nevis got to watch himself.
But listen. But listen. If we want listen, there's a lot of issues going on. You understand me? And we're not gonna just look on the crime too. We're gonna look on the traffic too because a lot of accidents have happened too.
But well, people
A
don't know
lot.
where park on. If everywhere in town got yellow line, you don't know where park.
By watch out. Nearly every man they misses some sort of accident video, with vehicle turnover and vehicle this and that,
Mostly in
And me
Sinkers
not
though.
feel
Not in the
mostly in
Nevis.
think it's
Okay. The Sinkers people crazy. Sinkers people crazy.
like
Especially
yo.
when they're coming from
So
same palace.
that just to show you, that just basically showing you understand me. You can't slow down the traffic. So what's your what? So if you can't slow down the traffic, how you expect to slow down what go on now? And the traffic is the easiest thing to control.
But,
But you only could
but,
control them. You only could control them during COVID time.
but the traffic? Wow,
Yeah,
wow, wow. When you got locked down,
yeah.
that you, yeah, but that is to
Yo, watch out. Traffic could be easily so controlled by a sign, just by a sign.
in a SK which part of the accident that happened in our them the I would imagine I could be wrong. I would imagine as I tell you that these accidents are on the road like coming from old roadside. The majority of them. And seeing how these people drive. Man, even going in the next direction, Jason, ain't gonna just be signs. Them man, how them man don't drive sometime is like them man want to escape a highway. Them man need escape to the lanes, you understand? So that they got a fast lane and they could do what they got to do. Because the road ain't big enough for them. To me ain't got no sign what gonna slow down them man. Them man the pass all kind of sign, huh? Slow down this amount of miles an hour. You know.
Yo, I feel like them man don't drive faster through a village than on a road.
No. They run drive faster in the open road, they run drive slow in the village cars. Well, I'm speaking specifically of the busman them. People with the
Boy,
chance, that might be a different story.
boy. That mean listen. One them boss man nearly change the tire every week. You know how them man not moving.
But where are they gonna see the people? In the open road or in the village?
Boy, listen, I sure you got people in the comment who find sink it down, catch a bus in the village and see how them bus don't move in the village. And you can't believe I right then them a stop.
Well, I just catch bus go. It's only by the movies. That's the farmer say I have to go. But me,
Imagine you catch a bus and go St. Paul's and you fly to St. Paul's.
if you're right, you're right. I don't need to be arguing about the buses in SK. Um, I just wanted to say all this multi-pronged approach that Dr. J is talking about. I personally, Alan Powell, I feel like it's bullshit. No, Dr. Joe, you could prove me wrong. You could. This task force could be amazing. This could pave the way. But I feel like this is a whole heap of bullshit, and I ain't buying none of this. So until I start to see some kind of mushrooms or something at least coming out of your bullshit, Doctor Joe, you're gonna have to keep that, man. Uh, This one like I just attack until crime cool down again, and then I gonna be like, well, crime cool down again. If Doctor Joe serious about this thing, there needs to start to be an ongoing study. You say dealing with a scientific approach, there needs to be an ongoing study about um, the effects, the causes of crime, where is it happening the most, get down to the roots of this thing. Otherwise, you just skip a press conference because Pama give you some word in your ass right now and you feel the pressure. And I could see it because I tell you, you're looking like the kind of one termish right now. Them press conference they were Russia after today with you and Marsha, looking kind of beggish right now. And you see me in my red, you check. I just say what I see. Um, the last thing what me say, Marsha said, and this further goes to show why me just feel like this thing is bullshit. Marsha is like, there will be police saturation in the hot spots for as long as it takes to make sure the citizens feel safe. This once again, this ain't gonna be the first time under a Labour government I don't see the place hot and you know exactly where it be. For as long as it takes me until y'all find some other priority, something else happen and the thing going back to where it is. Unless there are genuine steps made to understand the issues and address the issues. My personal opinion is that you're bullshitting us and y'all look very one termish. Bros, check it out. And also Lindsay down in politics, the chairman for PAM. Don't take over Lindsay see. Lindsay done with it. Them man say so. Well they not say so officially, but they say Lindsay done. And the chairman is from Lindsay area. So Mr. Gums, congratulations. Yeah, and that is all I have to say, Jason.
Well, just remember, people, it take a community to raise a child, okay? So not because we're talking about the prime minister speech and whatever too, yeah. Remember, the community also holds a responsibility also. So yeah,
But
manners
wait,
and respect.
let me add one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Premier don't get enough smoke up your ass. I'm gonna fire a little punch now. Mr. Premier, um, is not good enough that you were in government and when you were asked, you didn't know anything about the peace program. And now as the premier, you still don't know anything about the peace program. Even though it's a new administration who you collaborate with, on laws, you pass legislation with this government. It's not fucking good enough that you ain't know what's going on with the peace program. Even though you are not the Minister of National Security, you are always gonna be able to pass along that responsibility. Yes, it's a federal issue. As the leader and Nevis, big man, know what's going on with the peace program, with the security of the island, so that when you come up there for the press conference, you don't look, you don't have the appearance, you don't say something, you don't make an utterance that may construed as an utterance of somebody who is considered an ass. You will stop coming up there and none of them things there. No understand and feel by yeah. People concerned about the crime and something. Maybe this is something I need to dig into. Like get a better assistant or something, no man. Do better. Not always got to make a commitment to us to come back with the information. You know what I'm saying? Part of the accountability and transparency is also anticipation of what coming at you, man. What the hell happened? We got to go and show. Talking about discrepancies for you to go check or find out what the hell is going on. So that is my last little thing. So put me, because you're responsible on paper, find out these
Because
things.
you're getting
What
credit,
going on with
you're getting credit,
yeah,
you're getting credit for stuff what out of your responsibility. You know what I mean? So yeah,
find out. You know what I mean? So that you could just get smoke next time and not left hook at the end. But good night, everybody. See you
good
all
night,
next week.
everybody. It's been a pleasure. Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Real Entertainment Network. Thank you. Oh.
I wonder if Mr. Willard drops sleep.
Okay. Yeah. Lately I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to turn to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else, chose you instead. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. Got up in the morning, took a shot, it's a rock. Girl, you left my stomach in